You know something serious is happening in Kenyan politics when Musalia Mudavadi, the calmest man in any room, actually raises his voice in public. Standing at a rally on July 18th, the Prime Cabinet Secretary didn't hold back.
Wale wanasiasa, hata wale wanaongea wakiwa kwa mrengo wetu, wanasema ati kura ya Ruto itaibwa. Muwache kuzungumza upuzi. Ruto hataiba kura. Ruto atapigiwa kura halali ya kushinda.
In English, stop saying you'll steal elections for Ruto. This is a government of law, not foolishness. Let that sink in. Mudavadi, Mr. Measured and Mild, is now mad. Why? Because some of President Ruto's loudest allies have turned rigging into a campaign slogan.
Because, you know, we have to have enough voters to bring back William Ruto. William Ruto will come back with a landslide. These characters, they will be shocked. That guy will be, inshallah, his second time is guaranteed.
It all started with a microphone and a moment of political honesty. Wajir woman rep Fatuma Jehow stood before constituents and declared, even if we don't have votes, we will steal them for him. That is no secret.
Si tunangojea tu debe iletwe, hata kama hatutakuwa na votes, tutamuibia, hiyo si siri.
Not alleged, not insinuated. She said it, like confessing to a crime on live TV with a smile. That clip spread faster than a tea shop rumor. Kenyans were shocked, amused, then furious. She tried to walk it back, calling it a joke. But who jokes about rigging elections in a democracy already hanging by a thread?
Hii Kenya hakuna rais ameenda kwa miaka 5. Kwani huyu ndiye atakuwa wa kwanza? Kama tunafanya nini? Kama tumelala wapi? Kama nini imefanyika? Kwani hii Kenya ni yenu?
Then came Oscar Sudi, the unofficial hype man of Kenya Kwanza. At a rally in Eldoret, Sudi said, Ruto hatoki 2027. Hata kama mnapenda au hampendi. Tuko ndani kabisa. Meaning, Ruto isn't going anywhere in 2027, like it or not. Now, if Sudi's speeches were any more unfiltered, they'd need parental advisory stickers. But this wasn't just a regular Sudi swagger. This was a thinly veiled promise to override democracy.
Sasa huyu wetu anapata tu juzi uongozi. Hajamaliza mwaka 2, kuna mwenye anasema pale Ruto Masego, rais sijui nini. Kama hiyo mimi uliwedia na Ruto. Hapo ngoma nyegura hili kijiti. Wasa. So maybe jita kaiwa ile Ruto Masego ni. Was mama yoki kwani ule ningiriaje kurugeze watu wanatuambia ati William Ruto must go. Tunataka tuambie hawa.
Pair his comments with Fatuma Abdi's and you got narrative louder than Kenya Kwanza's campaign track. This brings us back to Musalia Mudavadi, the accountant of Kenyan politics. Measured, stable, not exactly the guy for viral moments. So when he publicly slaps down his own camp, it is serious. At the Shinyalu rally, he didn't just whisper his disapproval, he thundered.
Let us stop casting doubt in the integrity of IEBC. IEBC will conduct a free and fair election, and IEBC will not allow stealing. And President Ruto is not going to steal the votes. And President Ruto has not assigned anybody to steal the votes. President Ruto is going to win democratically kupitia kwa hiari ya wananchi. Tuache hii siasa duni. Mheshimiwa Faruk, waheshimiwa wako hapa. If anybody stands on the platform na alete sarakasi ya kusema ati hata kama ni kuiba tutaiba. Mtoe huyo mtu kwa platform kwa sababu anapeana jina mbaya kwa Ruto. We don't want this kind of nonsense. That is cheap politics. Wewe kama ni wa Kenya Kwanza, if you believe in Ruto, don't talk about Ruto stealing votes. Talk about Ruto winning votes. This is the message we should send to our people. Kwa sababu tunazungumza kama sisi ni watoto. Unasimama hapa, you are talking to serious people, international media, local media, the church and everybody.
This wasn't about defending Ruto. It was about preserving credibility and maybe, just maybe, trying to put out a fire that could burn the entire 2027 election strategy.
Mheshimiwa William Ruto is going to win the election in 2027. And he'll win through the democratic process, kupitia kwa kura ya mwananchi.
Meanwhile, in Kitui, Kalonzo Musyoka was loading his own political bazooka. He accused the government of manipulating ID registrations in northern Kenya to inflate votes. Whether true or not, the allegations stick harder when your opponents are already publicly fantasizing about rigging.
I want to assure you, hata wakipatia watu IDs, hao ambao wamepatiwa ndio watawafukuza kwanza. They will be the first ones, because kila mtu anaumia kama yule mwingine. And the example of Isiolo was amazing. So there's no place to hide.
Cue Interior CS Kindiki stepping in to clean the mess.
Naona wengine wameanza kuwapiga wale makamishna. Ukiona mchezaji anashambulia referee, huyo mchezaji ajui kusakata boli. They have sensed defeat, now they are trying to attack the referee.
Fair enough, but Kindiki forgot something. You can't call it scare tactics if it's coming from your own house. And right now, it's not the opposition screaming rigging. It is your own MPs flexing on stage with confessions. So let's recap. One MP admits to planned rigging. Another doubles down on retaining power at any cost. The Prime Cabinet Secretary lashes out in public. The opposition claims voter registry manipulation. And the Interior CS says everything is fine. If this was a WhatsApp group, you'd be muting notifications. It's clear Kenya Kwanza is suffering from a messaging meltdown, with no clear line between strategy, honesty, or political bravado.
Kwani iko siasa ingine tutafundisha kwa hii Kenya? Hii siasa tunaelewa bwana. Wacheni upuzi.
Now here's the real danger: voter trust. When leaders casually talk about stealing votes, people stop showing up to vote. Why bother if it is already decided? While still, these kinds of statements could trigger real chaos if election results are close. 2007 taught Kenyans how dangerous mistrust in elections can be. Do they really want to test that again? Mudavadi didn't just speak out to sound principled. He sounded the fire alarm inside Ruto's own house. And the message was simple. And here's the irony. The people hurting Ruto's 2027 campaign the most may be the ones shouting the loudest in his support. So the question now isn't whether rigging will happen, it is this: will Ruto tame the wildfire in his ranks, or will he watch it consume his legacy? You decide. Newsroom, Maisha TV, Bushabi Jr.